I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to say other than I'm grateful for this moment. It's been a long time coming. That's all I have to say.
Did you think this day would come?
I worked really hard to get it to come. I've worked on this for 7 years. Took me a long time. 13 years I was very, very angry at Chris. And I started studying forensics. Oh, excuse me. And once I looked at some of the physical evidence, I called Greg Hampikian and at Boise State. And he said, I really can't talk to you because Chris has written to the Idaho Innocence Project. And I go, this isn't about Chris. Just explain something to me. And it was in regards to the hair that was found at the crime scene. And so he said, oh, I can answer that. And I said, listen to this statement. And I read him the statement, and the statement said the hairs are similar to the same as the victim. And I said to Greg, life is an either or. Either they're hers or they're not. And so he asked me where the hairs were, and we located them in the evidence locker and found out that in the very beginning that the hairs had been sent to the Idaho State Lab, but our facilities could not test the hair without a root. So they were sent back and got put back into the evidence locker, and they sat there for 13 years. And finally, they sent them to a lab back east, and they were tested, and they came back to be the semen donors. So that was the start of it, and then I studied the skin cell testing. I studied the MVAC testing that was done on Angie's case, and I am the one that studied the phenotype typing that they just did the composite drawing on. And each and every time that I study new technology, I'm grateful that they listen to me and they do the testing that's available in today's technology.
And you've been fighting for this day for a decade now. And in an hour, Chris Tapp will walk free.
Yes. Chris Tapp, a week and a half ago, they were offering him a ridiculous deal. And he was just moments away from signing it. And it was on a Saturday, 2 weeks ago, and I was on the phone with Danny Clark, and I said, you got to be kidding. He goes, what do you want? I said, the man needs to be set free. Free and not being strapped with a rape charge and without a ball and chain wrapped around his neck and having to serve probation. And he said, it's not going to happen. And today, we're going to witness it happening. And I'm very grateful. Chris is scared. I talked to him on the phone last night, and he's very scared. And I just hope that one day, people will support finding Angie's true killer. He's somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know that he's even still alive. But technology will find him one day.
Do you worry with Chris walking free today that this case may be forgotten?
No. No, I won't let this case be forgotten. Things change in the Idaho Falls Police Department. We've gone through, I don't know how many detectives in 20 plus years. We've gone through 3 police chiefs now that McBride is going to retire. We've gone through 4 prosecutors. I've gone through a lot, and I know this case inside and out. and I won't let her be forgotten, and I'll just continue on. One thing that I have to say is that the Idaho Falls Police Department is still the active investigative department. Everything has to go through them. But they're willing, as long as the people are on board. Officer McKenna, hopefully he won't retire for a couple of years, and he is very familiar with the case. Officer Hoffman, that just retired, worked on Angie's case for 5 years. It's all going to be okay, guys.